What is up, everybody, and welcome to episode 1 of our F1 2019 career mode. This is something I'm really excited to show to you guys today. So what you guys see on the right hand side is the cockpit setup I actually have in my house. I have the racing seat, the steering wheel, the pedal, all attached together. So whenever we are on the track, you guys will see that setup. Besides the cutscene you're seeing here, whenever we're in any sort of cutscenes or menus, you guys won't see that. Here you guys see all the settings we have, gameplay settings, assist settings. We are actually going to be in Formula 2 for episode 1 instead of Formula 1. F2 is pretty much the minor league series before F1. If you think about AAA in baseball or the G League and the NBA, that's what we're going to be entering today. So we have traction control on medium, braking assist off, anti-brake lock on, we have damage on full, the AI is on 90%, and on that note, let's hop on the track.
Look at them go! Devin Butler locked in wheel-to-wheel racing with his championship rival, desperate to shut them down and stop them getting past. And there's contact! Butler simply left them nowhere to go. There was just no way for them to have avoided that. And look, there's significant damage. Not sure if that was down to recklessness or sheer aggression, but I'm sure the stewards are going to have something to say very shortly.
I'm going to quote the great Stephanie Tanner from Full House. How rude. Shout out to anybody who's watched Full House growing up, or at least Fuller House on Netflix. Matter what, let's hit the track. Let's get this career mode going. We are in Austria today. We just had to make an extra pit stop because we had wing damage. As we pause the game really quick, get back in it, and there's about 5 laps to go. We are in P11 right now. We're not even in a points position, and hold on.
Okay, the stewards have awarded Devin a penalty. Push on. You can still catch him. You can still beat him.
Alright, I was about to say, we don't really have much going on in this race, but we actually have some late race drama developing because Devin Butler's got a penalty. What kind of penalty? I don't know. They haven't really relayed the message to me too well. They just said he has a penalty, but if he has a penalty, that means we might have a chance, a slight chance, to track him down before the end of this race.
Devin is coming in for a stop.
Alright, so whatever penalty it is, it might be a drive-through. Devin Butler is coming in for a pit stop, and it depends on where he comes out, but it looks like we've got the pace to hopefully track him down. It's not going to be for a great position in this race, it doesn't seem like, but more so than anything else, it'll be for pride's sake and maybe to get an extra point over Butler in the championship hunt. I also have no idea where we are in the points. Hold on.
Devin sat in P8.
The Devin Butler updates continue. He's in P8, so that means he's 3 positions up the road on a simple math. It's lap 36 out of 40, and like I said, it looks like we have pace. We pitted for new soft tires. The fuel, there's no like rich or standard fuel consumptions in F2, it seems like, so we can't kick it up into rich on the straightaway here. We actually have a little bit of excess of fuel. It would be nice to burn that off, but nonetheless, purple in Sector 1, we purple Sector 2 and Sector 3, I believe, so we are pretty fast. We are on the what's it called, master difficulty, 90 out of 105 or 110, whatever it goes up to. I believe it goes up to 110, so it's not the 110, but, you know, I'm not really like a complete expert at this Formula 1 game. I think I'm decent enough to be at 90, but, you know, I don't really know how to, you know, set the cars up or anything like that. I pretty much run the default setup out here. I don't think we even had an option to put a different setup on this car for this challenge that we have. So we're catching up to the P10 runner right here. We are on a purple lap right now. That might get messed up when we get held behind this pink car. We're going to, oh, whoa, hit the back of him. I was going to try to stay behind him, but he went so slow in that corner. I hit the back of him. We got to check and see if we have damage. And by some miracle, no damage. Wing is green. I promise you damage is on full. I don't know how we escaped that one. I thought, you know,
P8.
Alright, so Devin Butler is in P8. and that means he's still in P8. Not really much of a change there. They really like updating you on what Devin Butler is doing. We skip a little bit ahead in this race. Gonna try to purple this lap once again. I guess if anything, we are gonna get a point for, you know, getting the fastest lap in this race, a 117.2 for your troubles. Why not? Gonna arc this inside. As you see our input on the right side. The camera position, I think we have pretty good right there.
Devin is 3 places ahead of you right now.
I don't know if you guys noticed that, but the team has sneakily relayed to me that Devin Butler has moved up from P8 to P7. Like, if you could do simple math, like, why didn't they just tell me Devin Butler's in P7? I don't know, but we're about to hit the penultimate lap of this race, and our quest to catch Devin Butler seems to be fading. Even though we have the pace, we are the fastest car on the track right now with fresh tires. Devin Butler is now 3 cars up the road, so we have to overtake 2 guys just to get to Butler, and we're running out of time to do so. Thankfully, we have DRS here. We got DRS a couple of times. We go down this straight, late on the brakes here, but not too late. We don't at the back of this guy, because also we have DRS down this one more straight. We have to make this overtake right now.
Devin's
going into this
P7
corner.
at the moment.
And now they tell me Devin Butler's in P7. Thank you very much. Let's see if we can try to switch this back on the inside. Go late on the brakes on him. 4 P9. And I believe we've got it. Cleared him. Maybe forced. No, not even forced him with the drag. He's just behind us. And we block him off and carry on. The reason why it was so important to make the overtake there is because that's really the last good overtake spot on this track before you get on the main straight. And unless you do what we did to the pink car back there, which I didn't mean to do. He was just going really slow. We still managed to purple the second sector, probably partially due to DRS. Either way, we got a slight chance to make this run here. We got to be pretty much perfect. And a quick disclaimer before we head into the final lap of this race. I actually put the traction control from medium to full just for Formula 2. We're going to put it back to medium on Formula 1, I promise. But these F2 cars, I guess because they have less horsepower, get just a wicked amount of wheel spin when you try to accelerate out of a corner. Just so much that when I was doing the original challenge in Spain, which I didn't show it to you guys because it's a pretty boring challenge, I just was spinning out like every single time. It's like, you know what, let me just switch it up here. I'm pretty sure it's just a Formula 2 thing. So like I said, we'll be back on the medium traction because I'd rather be on medium traction. It helps you go faster than having full traction. Full traction kind of limits you. It's a little bit more difficult to drive, obviously, but you know, we can pull it off as we go on the inside for P8. We should make this pretty easy with DRS down the straight, inching ahead with the inside line. We gotta force him outside if we can, and now we have our sights set on Devin Butler for P7, but more importantly for pride, a couple of corners to go. I did say that was the last good overtaking position that we just went by, but hey, it's going to take anything to get by Devin Butler, and I'm willing to do anything. Considering what he did to us, how dirty he drove us earlier, we might have to get the elbows out here. 2 corners to go, closing in. We should have at least one chance, and we're not going to take it yet. Going to take it easy, save our overtake for the final corner inside that we overshoot. Here comes Butler back at us, but he kind of eases off, and down the straightaway, it's P7. Oh, wow.
Well done, good finish. You stepped up and achieved what we asked. Good job.
So, Davide, what did you make of that?
Well, it was a bit of a roller coaster, I think. There will be a lot of cheering for today's winner. Frankly, I'm amazed that Devin Butler only received a penalty for that collision only. But watching the rival he knocked out actually come back and beat him, that made this whole race worthwhile for me.
Alrighty, so it looks like Lando Norris has won the race. Our career name is Cook Boy. I didn't want to put Cookie Boy because Cook's an actual first name, and plus my driver's nickname is Cook, so I figured that'd be pretty well fit. So we just call him Cook Boy. Not really any thought into the name otherwise. We checked the constructors and the drivers championship. It looks like we're 16 points behind Devin Butler. Not really much I can do about that, but at least we're in the hunt, so maybe we'll be competing for a championship in the final race. Slight spoiler alerts.
Amazing performance out there. I'm sure you're pretty happy with that. Well, that was a great recovery today. Did you think it was all over when you had the collision with Devin?
Well, to be completely honest, I had no idea since I got thrown into a challenge, but Claire, I'll just let you know that everyone, the team puts in a huge amount of effort and just take the team option here.
So did you ever think you'd get the place back from Devin?
Well, considering this was a challenge, I hope I wasn't doing a challenge to waste my time, but I like these media opportunities, by the way. I'm going to show these throughout the video, but most of these questions are kind of irrelevant since I got hopped into a 5 laps to go challenge.
I've seen that you and Lucas have been picking up a lot of points recently. What do you think of your championship chances?
Once again, Not really much I could control here, Claire, so I'll just answer civilly and we'll move on.
Great. Well, that's everything.
Ah, I was looking for you. Well, what can I say? I guess there's no other way to put this, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry for ever giving you the common respect that all races deserve, because you don't deserve it, neither of you do. That was the dirtiest driving I've ever seen.
Ridiculous.
My thoughts exactly. I'm taking my line and I get smashed into? I'm fine, by the way, thanks for asking. And then I'm penalized for the privilege.
You're unbelievable. You deserved every second of that penalty, maybe more. I mean, aside from trashing the car, did you ever stop to think that maybe someone could get hurt?
Yeah.
Me? Fine. But winning at any cost is your strategy, not ours. You better watch yourself.
Whatever.
Don't let him get in your head. He knows you're a better driver. So, on the track, stay away from him. He will try to force you into contact. That's how he wins, yeah? Let's get ready for the press briefing.
And just like that, we've gone from the midpoint of the season to the final race of the season. Our next challenge is basically the battle for the championship, and looks like our scenario is we need to beat Devin Bowler on points. We are in Abu Dhabi today for the championship race in Formula 2, and it looks like, by the looks of it, we will be doing a full race. But it won't be a full 25% race, or at least I don't think it is. It's only 6 laps, so I think it's just a short little shootout they've given you. This is probably going to be our last race in Formula 2 before we hopefully move up to Formula 1, and hopefully we can lead this series with a championship. Not a good start. Got to go late on the inside. One guy just suddenly swerved in the braking zone. Very dangerous and nearly took us out. Thankfully we were heads up about that and we're able to swerve. I was going to be very cautious into that first turn, and we actually gained a couple of positions since we made that late move to the inside as we go. Oh my, oh so tight on Lando Norris, and we have, I believe, gotten by him. If we didn't then, we should now since we have the inside. We're up to P7 and we look up ahead. Devin Bowler is in fourth. Devin Bowler is our championship rival, and I believe our only championship rival is between us and Bowler, our rival for the championship in a 6-lap shootout, and we've got to once again fly through a couple of cars if we want to catch them. We're gonna get one right here, maybe overshooting the corner by a ton. Back on the track, and we've given ourselves the inside line. That was a questionable overtake in everything you could think about, but we pulled it off. The stewards say fair play, and we're in P6. I didn't mean to overtake that guy there, to be completely honest. Kind of like the way we passed that pink car earlier. It's just the AI got on the brakes so early that I was taking evasive action to try to dodge him. And, you know, like trying to hit the pink car back there, I was like, I can't damage my wing right now. And even if we got the penalty or a warning, I would have just lived with it. And somehow we didn't get the warning, so that's cool. So P6, we have our teammate in P5, and considering he's not a championship rival as far as I know, you know, I would be cool with team orders here. Let this dude just pull over instead of making my life tough, considering he's the only guy in my way of my rival, Butler, as we purple the first sector. So once again, it looks like we've got the pace, and then even like the last race, I was kind of wondering if we were fast just because we were on fresh tires at the end. It seems like we are just faster than everybody else in Formula 2. I think all the cars in F2 for this game are built equally. Like, everybody has the same chassis and engine, I believe, in there. So, you know, it's a pretty even setup in F2 before we get to Formula 1. So it's all driver right now. We're kind of pulling it off as we hop over the curb, go off the track. Oh wow, watch out, nearly hitting that wall right there. So that's going to be a not so great exit. The tires are kind of, you know, eating themselves up. We are in the mediums here, so the tires shouldn't wear too as much as the softs would, but we still are already at 7% on the second lap. That's going to be a corner cut. We are driving a little bit questionably right now, but partially because we're really trying to push the pace. It's the championship on the line, and I've got to extract every amount of pace I possibly can to get myself and my team the championship, even if it means pushing the track boundaries as we think about going inside on Weber, our teammate. But we think better about that one. Not really much space, and if we did try to force that, it might have gotten ugly. So we'll just tuck behind him. It seems like he's keeping up with Butler at least, so he's not really forcing us to lose much time to, you know, our main rival in this race, but we definitely want to dispatch of him as soon as possible, especially while the tires are fresh, while we've got this pace, while we're setting fastest laps inside of Weber, and we make contact with our teammate, bumping, pushing, wheel to wheel, and it looks like we have ourselves P5. Like I said, team orders would have been very cool there. Like, that's something that, you know, this was real life. That's probably would have happened between myself and my teammate. I hope I got his name right, David, by the way. I believe it's like a German name. Either way, we have gotten by him and we've kind of smoked him down the straightaway here. We got DRS, so we can thankfully, you know, keep up with Butler, because Butler has DRS against George Russell in P3, and after going late on the brakes there, we are in a decent position, but for some reason I just always botch that corner right there, trying to accelerate. Like, if I go all the way on the gas, I know I'll spin out, because I've raced on the track before in F1 2019, I've done that, so, you know, or at least I've almost done that, so I want to not spin out. I want to at least take it a little bit cautious there, even if we lose a little bit of time, because it seems like we are pretty fast overall. We're making up time in a lot of these braking sections here, so I don't know if Russell or whoever's in front of Russell is holding up the pack here, but either way, no one's really making much progress. It's a slight train. It's almost halfway through this race, and we are tucked right behind Devin Butler with the championship battle in sight. Keep in mind, we do have the point for the fastest lap. I think it's actually 2 points you get in Formula 2 for having the fastest lap, so we'll keep that in mind, because we just need to outpoint him. He has more race wins than us, so we cannot tie in this championship, or else Devin Butler will be the Formula 2 champion for 2018. So we've got to get by him on track. That's not going to be a fastest lap for us, barely, but that's alright, because we seem to still be tucked behind Butler. Not really many passing opportunities around this area. We have passed a couple of cars going into this turn upcoming, so can we pass Devin Butler? We're really gonna have to get the elbows out if we think about this one, and I think we might. We're gonna look inside on Devin Butler for the championship lead and P4. Oh, it's close. This time we do not make contact, unlike we did with Weber, and it's gonna be position 4 and P1 in the championship with under 3 laps to go in this F2 season at Abu Dhabi. We've got DRS. Thankfully, they've given us DRS. I believe we were behind Devin Butler in the DRS detection zone. We're blocking for our life. Got to stay inside here. He's going outside, and we're just going to let him have that outside. We actually overshot the corner here, and thankfully, we are able to somewhat recover. But Butler's going to have DRS back on us on that straight, but nothing really happened there, I suppose. I kind of cut that part out. So we are going to transition to us tucked right behind the P3 runner, and it would be really nice if we could pass this guy. It looks like George Russell has made quick work of this man. So this guy had to be the guy that was holding up the pack earlier when we caught up to Faber and Butler and all of them. Oh, do not do that. Thank you. Thank you. I more than anything was trying to protect the car right there in case, because a lot of times the AI brake really early, and if you stay behind them, you'll mash up your wing, alright? I played this F1 2019 a little bit before I hopped into the My Crew. Like, I played, you know, online with my friend, like online co-op and stuff like that, and like a couple of races, and a lot of times I will end up getting bent up because I'll stay behind the AI trusting that they won't break super early. So I'm not giving them that trust. I'll dive inside and, if anything, just, you know, try to avoid them, and, you know, it's still going to be time lost either way, staying behind them or diving inside and then tucking behind them afterwards. So we're doing what we can to protect our car more than anything else. Don't want to get damaged. The tires, oh, here we go. Oh, that's contact. But it's not either rear wing or front wing contact, so it's all good. But, oh my, he's coming right back at us, and we drop right back down to P4, and that means Devin Butler's right behind us once again. All this scrapping has brought Butler back into the race, back into the championship fight. Looking to go inside. Hopefully we can make the move stick this time, and trying to avoid making contact for all it's worth, and we are clean by for P3. That means we have a car between us and Devin Butler, and you know that guy was holding up the pack earlier, so immediately he starts holding up Devin Butler with a little over a lap remaining. We have our sights set on the championship, and it's looking pretty decent right now. We've overshot that corner just a little bit, just gonna hug that curb, jump it outside, and oh my, we're Lewis all over the track. Those rear tires starting to build up some wear, and we just got to make it to the finish at this point. Every time, or Like every corner that the Ford Plays runner holds up Devin Butler is a win for us as we hook it right down the final turn, down the front straightaway, and we are going to start the final lap of the race and the season in our championship quest. Just can't mess it up here, and we will be the champs. A weird scenario here. I don't know if the first challenges had anything to do with the final one, like if we didn't pass Devin Butler, if what kind of position we would be. Also, I'm hoping that we do win the championship, by the way. As I'm driving this, like, I'm not quite sure if we're in position to, like, the objective was to outpoint Devin Butler, which, you know, they're basically saying beat Devin Butler on track, but I don't know how many points Devin Butler is up by on us, so I don't know if, you know, being 2 possessions up or 2 positions ahead of him or 1 position ahead, if any of that matters. Remember, we still have the fastest lap in the bag right now, and I believe Devin Butler is looking to make a move down this straightaway with DRS on the man ahead of him. Meanwhile, we're trying to focus on maybe catching Russell for P2. That seems like a long shot, so more than anything else, we're just going to try to drive conservatively, hit that curb a little bit. Didn't really like that too much. The car didn't like that, as Devin Butler has indeed moved up to P4. So Devin Butler trying to make moves. Let's get a quick update on what Butler is doing from the team.
Butler is behind you. Okay, the gap behind is 1.9 seconds. They're on old softs. Their tyres are 5 laps old. The time last lap was a 1 minute 56.7. Devin is behind you.
Alright, cool. All good news to me. The main thing we gotta worry about is just connecting these last couple of corners so we can beat a Formula 2 champion and hopefully earn ourselves a ride in Formula 1. Getting the race win is not going to happen. Getting P2 is also not going to happen, even though we purpled the first sector on this final lap. Trying to do whatever we can. Oh, going a little bit wide there. Really extracting everything we can from this car, and probably a little bit too much considering how far we are ahead of Butler. We're actually going to get a warning exceeding track limits. We're 1 away from a 3-second penalty, so we got to take it easy. And we cross the line as P3.
Well done, good finish. You stepped up and achieved what we asked. Good job.
But is it the
It's
championship?
been my privilege over the years to witness a number of great sporting events, and here's another to add to that prestigious list. It's the ultimate dream for any racing driver. We have a new Formula 2 world champion. A great win then for the Campos team today. Talk to me, Davide. Was it everything you hoped for?
Everything and more. He had it all. The rival, the tension, the excitement. These 2 drivers have been locked in fierce competition all season. And to see it comes down to head-to-head battle for the line like this, well, this kind of things doesn't happen very often. Devon put in a good performance throughout the championship, but today the accolade goes to his rival and the new Formula 2 champion.
Your 2018 Formula 2 champion, Cook Boy. We've done it. I don't know by how many points we did it by or what the scenarios were leading up into this race. We kind of just got thrown into this one. We didn't even get to qualify. We qualified behind Devin Butler, apparently. Or the AI qualified me. Nonetheless, we've done it. And checking the final standings here, as you see P3 there. If we did get the penalty, the 3-second penalty, we actually would have beaten Devin Butler by a 1/10 of a second. So that's kind of interesting. Thankfully, we didn't have to worry about that. But we do beat Devin Butler by 4 points. So we best our rival by pretty much a position on the track. You take away the fastest lap, pretty much a position on the track, so we pulled it off, and hopefully this means we are going to Formula 1. We checked the constructors, and we are just way ahead of our rival team. As you see, are a couple of warnings, or a couple of incidents in the race director. So now, without further ado, let's go into the media session with Claire.
First of all, congratulations. You must be thrilled.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Wow, you're the driver's champion. How does it feel?
Oh, my bad. I kind of jumped the gun there. I thought that was the question. This is the question. You're the driver's champion. Feels pretty good, not gonna lie.
So that was a thrilling end to the season. How was the race for you?
Well, we didn't qualify well. Like, I think we got to go with the it was challenging, but the team really pushed together because we really put ourselves in a hole, you know, qualifying behind a couple of guys and fighting, but we pulled it off.
Wow, we've been hearing rumours of a possible future for you in Formula 1. Care to comment?
Of course, I picked a different answer for the last one. Like, when I was playing this, I guess I felt differently.
Right. Well, that's everything.
Congratulations, mate. F2 champion.
Hey, congratulations. Enjoy it, 'cause it's the last time it'll ever happen.
Devin, it's okay to be upset. You came very close.
Yeah, we know things would have turned out very differently if I didn't get slapped with that ridiculous penalty.
What is it with you and complaining?
Look, somehow you managed to do a lot of things right today. That's great. You needed the win, I didn't. For me, this was always just a stepping stone to F1. Oh, you two, you got your work cut out for you now that I'm gone. See, you're gonna have to prove to everyone it was more than just luck that got you here.
Sure. Winning one race is luck. Winning the championship is talent.
Really? Next time you use that incredible talent to ram into someone and steal all their points, remember they won't be as forgiving as I am. Well, this has been a lot of fun. I gotta run. Things to sign, important paperwork and all that. I'm sure you understand. Ciao!
So, with this big win, you're going to be getting a lot of interest. All I can say is choose wisely, or else you might end up with someone like Devon as your teammate. Come on, let's go celebrate.
Ah, welcome. Come on in. Take a seat. It's time we had the big conversation about your next move. Your performance at the F2 Championships last year got you a lot of attention from the Formula One teams. Some of it more positive than others. I'm not so concerned with who does or doesn't like you. You'll have plenty of time to win the doubters over. But I am concerned with our choices. They're narrowing as we haven't shown commitment to anyone. Now, as your agent, my advice is to make your decision now. We can worry about comfort and finer points further down the line. I need you to review these. You've earned every single one of these proposals. So take your time, have a read through, and don't get too hung up on specifics. Let's get you a Formula One seat.
Alrighty, we put the entire Formula 2 season in one long video because I want to go driving in Formula 1. Partially because I hate the way the F2 cars drive, and two, because I want to play F1 career mode, not F2 career mode. The team we are going to pick for the 2019 season is McLaren. We are going to take a mid-pack team and see if we can, be best of the rest, try to progress McLaren throughout our season and our career to make it back to being one of the best teams in Formula 1. So that'll do it for this video. Next episode, you guys will see us in Australia for the start of the season with McLaren. I'm not sure what driver we're bouncing now, Lando or Carlos Sainz. We'll figure that out, I guess, when we hit the track. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Really, if you guys enjoyed it, leave a like, and hopefully we can continue this series on the main channel. If not, I'll put it on my next channel. But yeah, leave a like if you guys enjoyed it, subscribe for more, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Excellent choice. From my conversations with them, they're going to be very excited to pursue this opportunity with you. I'll let them know our intentions immediately. I'll have to clean up some final details with them, but that's what you pay me for. Other than that, congratulations. You've earned it.